We're currently trying to figure out how to get rid of the bats in our house, because I don't know if you guys saw the Twitter video I had where a bat got into our room. Here, let me mute this shit. I got my boy right here. What the fuck am I supposed to do about that? See, I don't know about you guys, right? But I'm not. Hold on, Mr. Boom. I'm not exactly fond of bats, right? A lot of, I don't really like creepy crawlies and stuff. I can deal with some bugs. I can deal with certain insects, not a huge deal. Bats, before I moved into the home I currently live in, I didn't even think bats in a home was a thing. Had you told me that, I would think you were lying, or it was like some super like once in a lifetime thing. Like, what, there's bats in your house? Where do you live? Like, I didn't think it was a thing. Sensei, what's up? Until I had been sleeping in my room, obviously my bedroom, and I have there's a loft area in my bedroom, and right above that loft, I would always hear little scratches and little just like light chirps, right? I didn't know what the fuck it was, but to me, to the naked ear, even it sounded like bats. I was like, that doesn't make sense. How the fuck are there bats in my house? I don't think that's a thing. But I really have nothing else to go off of, because it didn't sound like squirrels or anything. It sounded just like straight up bats. And the fucked up part is, I would hear them fly all around me. So I could hear them above the loft. I could hear them to the right, where the fireplace is located there. I hear them everywhere. And we had called someone out to go check it out. Well, first we called the Orkin guy. The Orkin deals with like insects and shit. And we got his ass in there. And he went to go check out our attic, and he was like, I don't see anything in there. I don't see any evidence of bats. And I was like, all right. I played him a video because I had recorded some of the sound. I was like, listen to this and tell me what you think. Here, I'll see if I can find the video. No, this is it. Here. Okay, I'm going to pause this real quick. I want you guys to listen closely. This is what I would hear almost every night for like 2 weeks straight. It happened, right? Did that even come through on the mic? These are noises I would hear, and I was able to get it, and I showed it to the guy. And I was like, hey, just so you know, this is what I heard just last night. Check this out. And he was like, yeah, no, that sounds like you got something up there, but not sure. He wasn't trying to point his gun at a specific animal. He was just like, yeah, you heard something. I'm not gonna deny that because you have it on tape. But we don't know what it was, right? Let's keep that open. Which is fine, whatever, I'm no expert. So he goes into my storage area where the loft is, and he comes back and he's like, hey, there is poop in this room. And I said, oh, 'twas not I. And he's like, yeah. And he was like, I was looking at it, and yeah, no, I'm pretty sure you had a squirrel come up here. And I said, oh, a squirrel, you say? Why a squirrel? And he says, trust me, this poop right here, squirrel poop. It's solid. You can tell right away. And I was like, okay. So you're telling me a squirrel has just been shitting in that area right there? And he's like, yeah, no, that's definitely what's been going on. It's probably a squirrel. He's like, it's not a bat, because bats have watery poop. This is what he said to me, right? Little does he know, Mr. Orkin Man, is that Daddy was watching YouTube videos about bats early that morning. You want to know what the fuck I learned about bats? Number one, bats don't have watery shit. Bats have guano, which is solid, and also very different to differentiate from other solid poops like that. You have to really know your shit to be like, oh, this is guano, or you just have to get it tested, right? Also, another thing I know, or that I learned about bats tend to shit in the same spot. So if they got a little entrance on the side of your house, they're gonna go in that little crevice, and then they're gonna be like, all right, fellas, it's shit time, babushka. They're all gonna shit in the same spot and keep it moving. If you see a lot of separate shit areas, or like just shit scattered, yeah, there's probably a little critter running around there. But bats are in formation, right? They know what they're doing. They got their shit together. So he tells me this. And I don't want to pretend like I'm the big dick on the block and tell him I didn't go into it thinking I knew more about the expert, right? But the more and more he spoke to me, the more and more I realized, I don't think you know shit about bats. I'm not saying I do. I watched a fucking YouTube video. But at the end of the day, who the fuck was right? Because I didn't have a fucking squirrel anywhere, right? Spoiler alert, it did not end up being a squirrel. Why do I? Yeah, I wasn't going to tell the guy like, well, actually, I watched a YouTube video in the morning while I was eating my eggs, and it turns out guano Like, I wasn't gonna do that to the guy. I was just like, oh, okay. Can you give me someone else's number? Because he can't do bat removal anyways, right? So whatever the fuck. I just knew he was a fucking moron, and well, at least in that regard, I wanted no part of it. So fast forward, we get a guy to come check it out, and I play him the sound, and he's like, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing, because I play him the sound, and he's like, this sounds like bats. He's like, I'm not gonna tell you it's bats. It sounds like motherfucking bats, okay? I'm just gonna tell you that. You might have a whole roost in that bitch. And I was like, okay, cool, that's what I want to hear. How do I do that? Because I don't know if you guys are familiar with bat removal. It's not easy. Also, not fucking cheap. Since he doesn't even really know exactly where they are, my man has to get the blueprints to the house, start looking through everything. They have to start sealing all the holes possible. Basically, the way you get those motherfuckers out is you got to get the one-way exit. Correct, Plutos. You get a little one-way funnel out. So when these bad boys go to hunt for some grasshoppers in the night, no, yeah, you can't kill them. That's not a thing. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to kill bats. I mean, I could kill a fucking bat. I mean, I don't know actually, but they can't kill bats, right? So they just gotta get them out. So when they all go hunting, they all go out that funnel and they're like, "Hey, boys, trying to get some dim, you know," and then they can't come back in because everything's sealed. And you just basically wait until most of them leave, if not all of them. And then you have to find the roost area. They gotta go in there. They gotta cut my fucking wall open. Go in there hazmat suited up, make sure, get everything out of there, clean it up, get the guano out of there. Because if you let guano sit in your house, sit in your vents, someone's going to die or develop some sort of toxinary disease, right? So it's not the vibe. It's not what you want to do, right? So they got to go in there and they got to get saucy. They got to do the whole thing. They got to sanitize that bitch. They got to go crazy. They got to go and seal every single crevice in your house. Who knows? There could be bats in other places, you know? Because maybe this roost of bats is like, hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but this guy's house, kind of fire, not gonna lie. A lot of dark spaces, a lot of insects, just saying. So there's a lot that goes into it. So we're in the process of trying to finalize an invoice in terms of having someone do that. There was I had stopped hearing the bats for a while, and I thought, oh, we ain't got to worry about him anymore. I don't got to pay this motherfucker all this money to do all this shit. It's just gonna go away, right? And then fast forward to, this was the night I finished streaming. Tuesday. I finished streaming. I go upstairs. I'm in the bathroom. And then my girlfriend texts me. She's in bed. I'm in the bathroom in the bedroom. And she texts me and she's like, where are you? And I tell her, I'm in the bathroom. She's like, bring me my glasses. Come out here now. Why is she tripping right now? What's she freaking out about? Why is she being so bad? All right, whatever. Fine. I grab her glasses. Jeez. And I open the door to her yelling that there's a bat in the room. And the lights are off. And you just hear just flapping and darting back and forth. I managed to turn on a light. Bro, there is nothing you're more unprepared for than a bat darting back and forth in a tiny space. If there's a big bug or a mouse or a rat, it's like, all right, I can work this, you know? I can maneuver this type shit, right? If there's a rat, all right, let me grab my bat, you know, and let me just beat the shit out of the rat. I can corner him. He's only on foot. A bat is a bit tough because this motherfucker's diving low. This motherfucker's doing swoop-de-whoop-dees. He's doing roller coaster loops, and you don't know when he's gonna stop. So it's not even like I can get in there and start trying to swat him down or something, because this motherfucker's beaming and I don't know what the fuck to do. So I'm just chilling in the bathroom. I'm like this, just like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what the fuck to do. Because I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't want to kill the bat. That's not my aim. But I don't know what the fuck to do either. So it wasn't until he stopped and then I recorded that video, because he pulled up at the top of the fireplace and he just chilled there. I opened the door to the outside there in that room, and I try to get him to move. Because I'm like, okay, the door's open. Maybe he'll see that and be like, hey, that's freedom. I'm not supposed to be in this room. So I start grabbing, I open my sock drawer with all the folded up socks, and I just start playing carnival games with my guy. And I'm not trying to hurt the guy, but I just want to give him a little, maybe I'm not wanted here. And I don't throw a lot of socks because my aim's fucking out of this world. You know, eventually I hit him enough to piss him off, and he starts starting back and forth again. And I'll be honest, I went back into the bathroom and was just peeking out at that point. I don't know if he left. I don't know if he left out the open door or if he went back into that storage room, because I'm pretty sure that's where they're located. All I know is I no longer heard a bat. I closed the door and I was able to continue sleeping in that room. So as of right now, it's still very possible a bat can just pop in the room, right? But we're still sleeping in there because I like my bed. I tried sleeping in my daughter's room, and that bed sucks. So we're still sleeping in the main room right now. So yeah, that problem is still very much alive and well right now. I talked to the bat guy this morning, and he was like, "All right, yeah, no, we could get it through. Yeah, you just gotta give us like $60,000, and we'll be able to take care of everything for you." And I was like, "Hey, you guys got like a honey code or something, or like a discount special, or why is it so much?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, bad excavations, dude. It's fucking just out of this world. I don't know what to tell you. It's just that time of the year, you know. It's that time of the year. Don't fucking tell you." It's like, okay. So I'm calling rival bat companies right now to see if I can maybe get a different quote, or if I guess he's right in the ballpark. I don't know. I'll see. It's not actually 60K, but that'd be fucking out of this world. Yeah, that's the only thing halting it right now. We just want to make sure, you know, I'm not giving this motherfucker the bag or something that can be done for half as much. But it does suck because it's one of those things that you have urgency. I don't want to worry about bats when I'm sleeping, you know? That's where the bat story stands as of now. The motherfuckers are still in the house somewhere. I don't know where. What if you wait too long and the bats learn to open doors? Fun fact about bats. Bats are fucking just like, bats are like motherfucking jello. So tiny little hole, you know what I'm talking about? Bat can pop right through there. If a door is just a little too off the hinge, bats cruising right through there with ease. See, bats, I can agree bats being somewhat cute if I'm like at a zoo and they're behind glass. It's like, aw, cute baddies, they're so bad. I don't want them in my house at all. I don't want to kill him. I'm just not that kind of guy. But whatever way they can get out of the house, I'm all for it. But he's already told me obviously he's not gonna kill him. So yeah, that's how the vibes currently are. Isn't there a way to scare him off with sound or something? Not really. Honestly, they didn't even get annoyed anytime I've ever made noise. Besides, those motherfuckers are up when the house is at its quietest. You know, it's not like I'm just gonna like put an air horn to the attic and just fucking be like, "Oh fuck, it's too loud in here to sleep, dude. You wanna go to another house? Yeah, we should probably do that." It's just not gonna work out that way. Smoke them out method. I don't know if that's not moral, but ethical, I guess. GG beating cheeks and dodging bats at the same time. Man's gonna work out in like hitting that same old tire stroke. I'm just like getting a little like Mayweather ducks in it. Almost got my ass your bed. Oh yeah. 24-hour stream to drive the bats out. Nah, I'm just trying to I just trying to get these motherfuckers out of here, man. It's like I just don't want to. Getting a new home is so beautiful and so fun and such a just beautiful experience, right? And then you have the fun part of where it's just a bunch of shit starts to happen and you start to realize, oh, I should probably take care of these things. You know, it's kind of shitty that the past owner, like, there's no way this motherfucker didn't know bats could easily nest in his house, right? What if they are eating all the bugs around? I mean, they probably are. That's all they want to do. It's not like bats want to attack you. These motherfuckers are just looking for food, right? That's what people say for like, what is it? Like millipedes? Or centipedes or whatever the fuck the household one is. Like, oh yeah, but they eat all the spiders, dude. And it's like, I get it. You can go glass half full all if you want. Centipedes are fucking gross. I don't want them in my house in any fucking way. Same with bats. I'll pay the fucking insect guy who didn't think they were bats to get rid of the fucking insects. Gotta find them in the fridge at 2 a.m. I'll take spiders. I have wolf spiders in my basement, so I kind of gotta eat that. I can do spiders. Spiders are gross, but I can do spiders. I don't want, like, I just can't do anything larger than fucking insects, right? I'm not gonna do mice or rats. It's a no-go. I would do everything in my power to get rid of those motherfuckers. They will not be present. Like, I can't do that. I know my cousin's house had snakes. That's also a motherfucking no-go. I'll pay all the money to get you out. And same with bats. They're all in the same realm. If it's bigger than my pinky, I'm done. My old house used to have, see, I don't remember. Is this centipedes or millipedes? Which one's a household one? I don't fucking remember. Both? They're both? I honestly don't know I've always said both, and I feel like I got corrected on it one time. And I would look up images right now, but I don't want to see the image of them. So, whatever the household one is, back at my old house, I mean, these motherfuckers were probably, I would say, probably just as big as this. Obviously not in fucking this wide, but, well, honestly, a little less wide, right? A little less wide, you would see like centipedes or millipedes. Centipedes have 100 legs and millipedes. Okay, so it's centipedes then, right? So the centipedes would be on the walls just in the middle of the night when you're going to take a piss, and they would just be like thickums. You know when it's like daddy peed, you know what I'm saying? He'd be in there, and they have like this disgusting color to them as well. Their palette wasn't the best. It was a mix of like gray and white and marble and just like a smoky exterior that just made your skin fucking crawl. You can kill them with ease. You know, you grab a shoe, easy boom bop. You know, but it was just the kind of thing where it was like you just look at them and your day's fucking ruined. You can't function after that. You know, you gotta call it. Centipedes gross me out by looking at them, right? They genuinely make my skin crawl, and then I get the heebie-jeebies, and then like I feel like I can't even sit down without looking around me, right? I've had one time, well, there was 2 times. The first time I was in my room and I had wood floor. And I was walking around and I was barefoot and I was just walking around by my bed and I stopped somewhere, just standing as I do. I felt something cold on my foot, something cold on the sole of my foot as I stood there. And I thought, Zod, what did I step on? I left my foot to see a centipede bolt out from under my foot that I had just stepped on. I didn't kill it when I was stepping because you have an arch. So my man was just vibing the fuck out as I stood there wondering what the fuck I was stepping on. And as soon as he got up, I darted at him and I killed him. And then I went into the shower and I scrubbed my foot for like 3 minutes straight. Because I was so just heebie-jeebied the fuck out, I felt like I just needed someone to scrape my skin off. And that was just the bottom of my foot. And I was just not fucking about it. And there was only one other time where a centipede has made contact with me. And this one was this one like scarred me because now I always look out for it. You know those little, you know the vents in bathrooms, you know, so like, you know, it doesn't get too steamy in there. I had just gotten out of the shower. Your boy was out here. Your boy was out here with the bare bones, you know what I'm saying? So I walked out of the shower. And then once again, I felt something cold on, I saw like a flash in front of my face and I felt something cold on my wrist. And then I looked down and I don't know if you guys can imagine just looking at your arm right here and just fresh juicy centipede right there looking back at you. He had fallen out of the vent as soon as I walked out. How he timed it, I don't know. This man was fucking just kamikazing and I saved him, or if he was purposely just trying to hitch a ride or some shit. But he landed right here and I immediately just smacked my hand. I didn't kill him. I didn't like smush him on my hand. I gave him the good old smack and he dove out. He fucking nailed the landing and I killed him. And then I went back into the shower for a long time. This was in my old house. I used to have a shit ton of centipedes in that house. We used to live in this like downstairs apartment, right? We were in this downstairs apartment, right? And honestly, it was a mess, right? It was really bad. It was a shithole. It was an absolute shithole. And I remember even when we were just looking through the apartment to see if we were even gonna get it, bugs everywhere. As soon as you walked in, you saw spider, ant, spider. Like, it wasn't cleaned for us or anything like that, right? It was just like, hey, you guys you know what the fuck you're signing up for, right? So we got in there and they fumigated it for us beforehand, which didn't really do anything because the entire fucking building was just crawling with it. It didn't matter. They were going to come back in. So I remember I was going to shower one time, and outside of the shower, I saw these white little bubbles. These white little mushy looking bubbles. Just a crowd of them in the corner on the floor. It's like, I like this size in total, right? It's just mushy little bubbles. And I was young. I was really young. But I remember this very clear. I don't remember a lot of things from my life, but I remember that. And I looked at them and I was like, I felt like shampoo fell out of the fucking shower and it just stayed there. I didn't know any better. I just remember looking at it and being like, that's fucking gross. Like, I wonder if I can squish them. I grabbed the broom, grabbed the opposite end of a broom handle, and I started to poke it. And it was just like, it was almost squishing like a hard-boiled egg. Just like, meh, just slowly squishing more and more. Because I didn't know what was happening. And then I started to see other colors and other movement. So I flipped the broom and immediately just start smacking it against the corner because I freaked out because I didn't know what was happening until my mom came in the room, realized what I was doing, and told me to get the fuck out. And then I passed her the broom like it was like it was a battle, and I gave it to her, and she just told me get the fuck out. And she got to it and did whatever she had to do. All I know is, thinking back on it now, the absolute heebity-jeebities I get from just thinking about that moment. Bugs suck, dude. Bugs suck. Bugs absolutely suck. Next level.